about end of the year marketing plan.
Everyone that voted on the other thing isn't on the call, so.
Right, exactly. So Lauren and Maggie wanted it, and we can do the other one next week, and people will come more prepared. So I'm going to go over a little bit about what we shared at leadership, and then Danielle can share her marketing plan, and I can tell you guys what I'm doing, unless you guys have some questions. But I did a breakout session at leadership, and they had this really nice little calendar already printed out for us with launches and how things are coming out. And then on the back, it kind of gave you some, I don't know if I can upload this. Cece might be able to grab it out of the round table because Sandy was supposed to put it in there as a PDF. So I'll ask Cece, but it kind of also gives you like
a picture with your phone.
Yeah. And upload that. So just to kind of give you guys like ideas. Obviously the next big launch is Peppermint Mocha. So start breadcrumbing that in your social media now. Oh, hey, Emily is on. Good. My plan, and I think, Maggie and Danielle and I had talked about this a little bit, was going to finish Morning Meltdown. I'm not going to finish it by the 4th. My target date to start my next program is the 11th. And what I'm going to do is do the work with Tom, hopefully for the end of the year. Get people shredded, feeling good, pushing myself harder than I've ever pushed myself before through the holidays.
So good.
And have him do it because we haven't done a program together in forever. So I'm going to hype that up too. But my next challenge group is going to start on the 4th because that's when most of my people are probably wrapping something up. No Excuses November is what I'm going to do. I think Danielle's going to do something similar. Cece's going to do something similar. And just like battling all the excuses, holidays are coming up. Let's kind of figure out some ways to, do the holidays healthy. No time. How are we going to do those sorts of things? And Danielle had a great idea about doing the 5-second rule with that, which I love. That's such a great book. Shortly after that in December, we have the Vegan Beach Bar coming. So another great volume booster to start peppering in your challenge groups. But you guys, I cannot tell you how excited I am for Bar Blend. That is just going to be like my avatar's jam. It is high intensity, but low impact. And the workout that we did with her at leadership was just had me sweating more than Joel Freeman's HIIT workout did. And it was low impact and my joints just loved it. So I think that Bar Blend can change businesses. I think it's really going to be a really huge launch. And then we'll start that January 4th. That's when I'm pretty sure that's when the workouts release is around January 4th. That's also when the work launches, the 4 weeks to prep that they're going to do to get people ready for 6 weeks of the work will launch on the 4th. And one of the big ideas that they talked about at leadership is this pick your path type challenge group in January. So you can have people do Bar Blend, you can have people do the work, or you can even offer them the basic 21-day type challenge, support them all in a multi-program group if you want. And then the big thing too, guys, is 3-day refresh groups too. We have 3 major holidays coming. So every single person that you're talking to right now, you should be asking them if they want to add on a 3-day refresh. I know Together Rising, Ashley DeShazer, I think is heading up one November 4th through the 6th. Quad Squad has a group. I'm happy to partner up with people and do one after every holiday. Doesn't mean I'm going to do it, but I'm going to be, marketing it and putting people in it, whether it's the Together Rising one or if we have enough people together for Quad Squad to do our own group. So that's kind of what I wanted to share that I'm thinking of, and a lot of it's come from me and Danielle and Cece and Maggie kind of bouncing some ideas off of each other as well.
So my game plan is to finish Morning Meltdown, and it's whether or not I double up and finish early or I will finish the 4th as well, which now thinking about it with a 3-day refresh is probably better for me because then I can do 3-day refresh 4th, 5th, 6th. And I leave for New York with my mom and all the females in my family the 7th, 8th, 9th, which would be great just to feel good going into that trip. So I think that's my plan now. Starting a new group the 11th. I was going to try to start a new group on the 4th, but I feel like that's my plan now. I can just go shopping.
And you can still invite to a group on the 4th and then you start on the 11th, But my deadline's going to be the 4th. That way I know I'll get 2 full groups.
And I think I can try work. Yeah. I'm going to try work and see if it works with my shoulder. It'd be a lot of modifying, I feel like, with my shoulder. I need to look through the videos. And Tyson just found out today that he most likely has a torn labrum as well. So we have a lot of the upper body stuff a little while. So I'm like really excited for Bar to come out because the low impact. So I actually don't know what I'm going to do. MM100 hasn't been horrible on my shoulder. I've been able to modify pretty easily. So maybe just doubling down on MM100 through that launch of January 4th. That would give me that 60 days. So that's an option too. I'm not sure what I'm going to do.
Bar's still going to have a lot of
New York
upper body
on the 11th.
stuff.
I still need to figure it out with my shoulder.
Yeah, Bar's still going to have a lot of upper body stuff, push-ups and.
They do, but it's the lower weights, which I
Right.
can. Yes, I know.
Okay.
Yeah. But I can do all of the bar. I feel better doing all the bar work with no weights. You know what I mean? All the things that she does, I can do with no weights and still get that. Where MM100, like upper body days, no weights is pointless. You know?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Danielle, you want to chime in?
Sure. Yeah. I didn't know if I was next or what. So yeah, I will finish MM100 on the 3rd of November. That will be my day 100. And so the way that I run all of my groups, except for launch groups, and the nice thing about Bar is that it will fall on what I naturally do anyway, is I have a new boot camp that starts the first Monday of every single month, no matter what. So that is my hard and fast start day. It gives me a lot of consistency. It always ensures that I hit Success Club 10 or more. Typically I hit it within the first week because that first Monday isn't always the first day of the week or of the month, excuse me. So I've started doing what's called early registration for my groups. And so during that early registration and my early registration for my one that starts on the 4th. So like I have my group, my No Excuse November group starts November the 4th. I start early registration for that tomorrow, so the 24th. So I give a full-on week of, or even a little bit more sometimes, depending on how badly I need Success Club. And I do that, and what I offer is typically 2 packs of Shakeology. I pay for the book that, you know, I try to incorporate a book in all of my groups. So I send them a digital copy of the book, or if it's a reasonable price, I'll send them a hard copy of the book. And then I also offer a free one-on-one getting started right call with me. And I book those that week before the actual boot camp starts. So during that call, we go over like specifics of their nutrition plan. We chat about what obstacles they think they're going to encounter, and let's try to, overcome those in the beginning and set them up with some really good tools. And I have found that is really desirable from people. They really want that. I even had people who registered late, I put late, but like after the early registration cutoff. I had people register late that asked me to pay for that. So they still want that. I mean, I didn't make them pay for it, but I may eventually make people pay for it because I can, being a mentor. And if you are a 2B or a Ultimate Portion Fix mentor, that's something that you can also offer for an additional cost as well. But I'm giving them the package of Morning Meltdown, what do I call it? Meal plans that are in our group. I just put them all, I downloaded them all and put them in a Google Doc. And so I'm sending people that Google Doc as well if they register early. And I end up sending the ones who don't, but they don't know that. I just don't advertise that I do that. But so I'll be doing No Excuse November. And I think what I decided today, and I guess I've decided this, I mentioned it and Jen was like, that's great, you should do that. Is that because I love Morning Meltdown, like love it. And I have zero desire to do the work at all. It doesn't like interest me whatsoever. And I am excited about the Bar Blend more so now after leadership than I was before. I felt like it was a little chintzy before. But the way the girls, and I started following Elise on Instagram, and what I've seen from her Instagram, I'm really excited about it. So I will start that and looking at my calendar, I actually won't start that until January the 6th. So that's the first Monday of the month. So I still will not, that will not change on my system. So I don't know how everyone else does their new boot camps, but that's what I'll do. And then I will probably do some kind of, the first Monday of December, I'll start some kind of healthy holidays, something or other. I don't know what that'll look like, but I like to decide that the day before.
Right.
Early registration, because I usually do like my next boot camp, and then I'm like, shit, I should probably tell people what that is, since I have no idea what it is at all. I'm just making this shit up as I go along.
Love it.
Story of my life.
Danielle, how long did you say those calls were? You're doing 30 minutes for early
30.
registration? Okay.
Is she breaking up or am I?
It's her.
Okay.
I'm so glad.
I know I'm in Hawaii, so I'm always like, maybe it's me.
I know.
It's me.
I have bad reception in my bedroom.
Yeah.
So I was like, uh-oh. Is my internet going out?
I'm sorry.
But it's Jen.
Okay, sorry, Jen.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's you.
All right.
You're
I don't know what to do about it.
Yeah.
Looks very
Right?
thoughtful.
Like, yes.
We can hear you. But
I can
But yeah, so I offer 30-minute calls, and typically what I do is I try to do them through Zoom if they'll cooperate with that. Some people are. That has changed a lot of things for me, I feel like. Whereas just the group experience, I don't think they get it,
Yeah. That idea.
It's worked really well for me. And that way I know that they got, like, the last time that I'm going to continue to do, and I need to figure out a way to do it automated. I know it was like 3 days until Rise and Shine boot camp, and I gave them a couple of things they needed to do. Yes, then another one, 2 days before Rise and Shine boot camp, and I sent them a couple of things they need to do. Oh my gosh, are you so excited? You start your boot camp tomorrow. These are, be sure you take your before photos. This is a non-negotiable. Like, I kept reinforcing that, and that came out of Meredith's team call. If you guys haven't all watched it, on the customer experience, that was really helpful to me. Just reinforcing, I was talking to Jen about this Tuesday, just reinforcing made a good decision with you. Like, I feel like that's so important. Other companies do that. So that should be something we do, that it's not just you purchase this, now I threw you in the script, good luck.
Right.
We're really, and she said, one of the things she said was that, in the research on customer experience, the first 2 weeks is the most vital for getting them latched on as a loyal person. So I've been really focusing on, as I can, building that loyalty in the first 2 weeks, so that then maybe I don't have to do as much work later.
I love that. I need to start doing that.
And in each of those emails as well, even if they did not sign up to be a coach, it talks about, if you have somebody in your life that you really want to do this with, a best friend, a sister, a cousin, let me know, and I'm ready priming the pump for them as coaches as well.
Love it. Okay. And how many do you set? You said you send out like 3?
3 what? Emails?
Emails, yeah.
Yeah, it's usually like 3 days, 2 days, 1 day. I mean, I've seen other people do it. It just depends on how far in advance they've enrolled.
Right.
But it also, what I was finding was when I was doing early registration before, and I wasn't doing that, it was like there was this disconnect, because there was such a gap between when they started, like when they purchased and when they actually started, that helps keep the line of communication going too.
I like it. Yeah. Because I feel like with my customers, when they get set up, I talk to them, we pick a program, and then it's like they just go. getting difficult to keep track of everybody because you want to pour into everybody. You want to keep track of their progress and make sure they're staying on the right path. And, you know, there are some people that just refuse to get in on the accountability group. So they're even harder to keep track of. And
Right.
so I like the shift of going to like a start date for everybody.
And Lauren, I used to do it that way. And that's kind of how it was with Morning Meltdown.
Right.
Because if they weren't doing Morning Meltdown, it was kind of like, all right, well, here you go. You're smart. But what I found was that was detrimental to me as their coach. Like I have a really hard time keeping up with that. And I felt like it slowed my business momentum way down. The only negative, and I feel like I should say this because I've been like, this is the way I did it before Morning Meltdown, and it was very successful.
Okay.
And then it's already proven in September and then October to be successful as well. The only problem I have is that the bulk of my income comes in the beginning of the month and the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as volume goes, just if you shift to this or any direction where there's a hard and fast start date,
Right.
you're going to notice your paycheck will be really high and then it will be really, really low. Like,
I'm used to the low, so a high would be great.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, the difference between my week 1 paycheck and my week 3 paycheck is like, I mean, you're talking like $900 to $100. I mean, there's a huge gap.
I'd love to see a 9.
I'd like to see lots of consistent 9s.
Working on it.
Coming. You got to build those diamonds.
Yeah.
Working on it.
I ain't got any diamonds, Maggie.
It's
Yes,
just
also
time,
the-
Lauren.
I
It's
know.
just time.
I would say,
And it doesn't discourage me at all. Like that is so encouraging to me.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I want to be doing that. Yes, I can't wait.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Emily, what's your marketing
game plan?
So, well, I had a question for you, Danielle, about the hard and fast start date because we
Yeah.
run our kind of like we just add people whenever.
Uh-huh.
I think we are going to do a start date now of November 4th, and I'm going to definitely jump on the early bandwagon-ish.
Yeah.
Going to start that tomorrow, promoting that as well. But the other 2 weeks of the month, are you doing like coach sneak peeks? Are you marketing for coach?
Well-
Is that what you're doing? I mean, you're doing those probably weekly, I think, right?
I'm actually not doing sneak peeks anymore at all. Jen and I went to the landing page setup where we're, filtering people through a landing page and keeping in touch with them that way. But my invitation process during those other 2 weeks is very heavy in coaching.
Okay.
So I'm really not inviting to the challenge group experience in that on those 2 weeks. But the other thing that I would encourage you to do if you're going to do it this way, especially because I think you're active in stories as well. I know, Lauren, you are. I would build out some like template cards.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't already have that, that's one of the things like in my business activities today, since early registration isn't starting until tomorrow, I didn't invite anybody today. I built all my template cards and I post those in my stories every other day. So, and I'm telling you, as stupid as it is, and it drives me insane that people psychologically respond to it this way, but those lists where it's like, I've got 5 early registration spots. Lauren took 1, 4 left. And then my next time I do it, I mean, obviously, ideally, I want people enrolling, but even if they are not, I'm putting my last people on that list because as that list looks like it's getting shorter, people act like crazy people. They're like, oh my God, you only have 2 spots left. I'm like, girl, I would take all of y'all.
Oh, I love that.
But for whatever reason, psychologically, people really respond to that well. But I post them every other day so that I don't like doing it every day because I feel like then I've noticed people drop off of watching my stories. But if I keep that same stream every other day and I try to do it like after my workout or somewhere where there's some kind of link, like I'll post results from a client and then maybe do a snap or 2 of me like talking. And then I post those story cards and a call to action. I mean, I had no problem at all filling the end of last month. I mean, it went like that.
I'm gonna be creeping on your stories, Danielle.
Yeah, me too.
Well, and I uploaded those story cards.
I
too.
saw them. And I tried to come up with my own, but I'm horrible at the graphic stuff.
Make your daughter do
I
it.
looked at him and was like, yeah, you need to fix this. Yeah, I'm like, ah. So I need to
Make your daughter do it, dude. You don't have to do it. Make somebody who's tech savvy do it.
I
Yeah.
never do this.
Fiverr.
They're never around. They're
It
14.
takes like 30 seconds though. Kids are so freaking fast at that stuff.
Just use Canva and make sure you're using a story template. I think as long as you use a consistent template, that's all you need to do. And Canva allows you to put in videos now too.
Right.
So like you could do like a video of our challenge group, like even just filming it.
People do the scrolling thing on Facebook and film it and put it in their stories. Like that to me is
Do you have
like
a screen record on your, do you have iPhone, Emily?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, swipe up or down depending on, like, do you have the 11 or do you have something earlier than that?
Earlier.
Okay, yeah, you see where Lauren's talking about?
Oh, no.
Look at Lauren's screen.
Let me see.
That
Okay,
dot
I'm
right
looking,
there.
I'm looking. Oh. Ooh. All
It'll
right.
count. So have it set up.
Wait. Show me where the dot is again one more time. Screen mirroring, is that it?
No.
No, it's like a record button.
Yeah.
The dot with a circle in the middle. Or the dot with this, it's a circle around it.
I don't have that on mine.
Show your phone.
You don't have that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. You,
No, you don't.
why do you not have it? What phone do you have?
I have
You
a,
people, can you hear me? This is Jen.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
enable it in your settings, and then it will
Oh.
show up. Just,
okay.
just go ahead and Google it. You'll figure it out.
Okay. Thanks,
Yeah.
Jen.
And then once you have that button, you have your scroll like set up, and you just hit it, and then you just go,
Nice.
and it just records it.
Yeah, and then crop out the beginning and the end. Make it a 15-second clip.
Yes.
Love it.
It's
All
really
right.
easy.
Thank you.
Genius.
But that's a really good way to show things like meal plans that they get, you know, the group that they get. Because a lot of people don't understand what they get.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the other thing that I think shifted a lot of in my business. And I posted this in Quad Squad as well last month, is that like info card that I gave people, or not a card, but like an info page.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are like, well, give me more details. And so then I'm trying to explain things. And instead I just send them that. And I'm like, I'll touch base with you tomorrow about it. And
Yeah.
like, I'll leave it alone. And then I touch base and I'm like, so did you check out the packages that I sent you? Like, what do you think?
Mm-hmm. I made one of those. So,
Just send it out.
huh?
Just send it out. I mean, I send that to all kinds of people.
I send it to anybody who says like, "Oh, can you just share some more details on it?" Yep, sure. Here you go. Bing, bing, bing.
And even if they're like, yeah, I want to do it. And I'm like, all right, take a look at this. Tell me what package you want. I mean, I'm telling you, since I went to that, I so rarely have people buy Just Bod. They almost always want the nutrition package.
Mm-hmm. And that was, I need to update mine. Because I think for me, a lot of it is, with this kind of goes into fourth quarter stuff. Like if I'm running for team leader and premier, I need to get my volume up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so that's something that I have to work against, because I feel like I'm so like, oh, just please sign up, that I want to give them like the lowest cost possible.
Right.
And that's something that I need to work on not doing.
And Lauren's funny. I mean, I feel like you're progressing through like the lineage of coaching so much faster than I did, but I went through that for a really long time where I didn't want to ask anybody to add anything on.
Right.
So now I'm like, hey, did you like, especially if they have some kind of promo running where it's like 10% off Energize,
Mm-hmm.
I let them know, hey, just so you know, you can also get 10% off of that mom crack I talk about all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to
Hey,
do that.
Sherry. Sherry's one of our new coaches joining us for the new coach call at 8:30.
Hello.
Coach.
Brand new to Zoom.
Hi.
She's probably like, whoa.
Well, I think it's impressive that you're brand new to Zoom and we can see you and hear you.
on the first try.
Yeah.
That is
We had a little
impressive.
practice run today.
Nice.
We're almost done, Sherry. We're just kind of wrapping up talking about like our end of the year marketing plan type stuff. So
Okay.
Jen Towner, are you able to share yours? I know you're walking home from work, but
Well, originally I don't really have, well, I do. I'm finishing a morning meltdown on whatever the logical end date is because I have not missed a day.
Good
I am coaching with Summer, and our group was going to end this week, but we've decided to extend it. I am teasing a 3-day refresh post Halloween, and also what the hell? Oh, the peppermint shake ology peppermint mocha because it launches on next Friday. So, what else? I am going to attempt to do 6 weeks of the work. Well, no, I'm not going to attempt. I am going to do it.
Yes.
And gonna clean my apartment. There you go.
clean apartments make life better.
Yeah. What else? Oh, and I started not that this is really marketing, but a couple of weeks ago on the National Wake Up Call, they talked about the coach workshop, 2-week coach workshop.
Yes.
New coaches to get into the habit of just posting on social media and whatnot. So I started that on Monday. And one of my longtime coaches who has not been doing much is participating and posting. And so that's good news.
I love hearing that.
that's awesome.
So, and there's other stuff too, but I can't think of it right now because, you know, I'm walking home and there's lots of cute dogs to look at.
All right, guys, let's grab a picture real quick, and then we'll answer any last minute questions, and then get to the new coach. Oh, there's Jen. There's the other Jen.
There she is.
Ready, Emily? Look up.
Oh, I'm turning my camera on, but okay.
Oh, okay.
Gallery view. Here we go.
You got it?
Yep.
I'm trying to put you all in little gallery view. You're all still big. I got big Maggie, and everybody else is small.
I like being big.
Maggie's the big one.
Okay, there we go. Now I'm ready.
Make me some dinner.
Hey.
Smiling like we're taking pictures.
Right. Always.
Yeah, Sherry's like, what's happening?
Oh,
What's going on?
my daughter just came in and got some money from me and took off.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Yes.
Sounds about right.
Oh my goodness, you have teenagers?
Well, 20, early 20s.
Don't tell Emily that. She'll think there's no hope.
Gosh,
It's
that's all my
for
kids
school.
do. I'm sorry?
I said it's for school. That's all.
Oh, okay.
That's good then.
All right, guys. Well, I recorded this, so we'll get it up tomorrow for Quad Squad for the people that couldn't hop on. And next week, we're going to do the other part of the poll. So more about vision, those I can't statements. If you guys were on the Soul Warriors call with the mindset coach, it's going to be very similar. But Danielle said, I'm super excited to do it. Who's laughing? Am I breaking up? Weird.
That's good.
Ah.
Fine.
You're frozen again, Jen. I love you.
You're a little
Good luck.
robotronic, Jen.